Hey there folks, Colin from Something's Recording, and today I'm going to show you how to record better vocals in just 3 steps. So step 1 to recording better vocals is mic placement. Now there can be a lot that goes into this, especially when you start to factor in your room and the type of microphone you're using. But we're going to try and keep it simple here today and just give you guys a few tips. So when placing your microphone, you want to place it in the center of your room. This is going to be the farthest point from all of the walls. So if you're recording in your bedroom, if you're recording in your living room, it's going to minimize the amount of reflections you get from adjacent walls. So when you're singing into your microphone, the microphone will focus on capturing just your voice and minimal room noise around you. The closer you get to your microphone, the more proximity effect you're going to have. So it's going to be the more low end you're going to have in your voice. So you want to stand about 8 to 12 inches away from your microphone. Now I like to use the pop filter as a good gauge for distance. So I usually do the pop filter about a fist from the microphone, and then I like to stand about a fist from that. That's a good distance so you don't get too much low end and your voice isn't too thin sounding if you're too far away. Now also, if you get too close to your microphone, something called the inverse square law comes into play. I know that sounds a little bit complicated and convoluted there, but basically what that is if you're closer, any movements you make with your face are going to be magnified because you're so close. So any movements you make, there's going to be drastic volume changes. If you stay about a foot away from your microphone, you can get into it. If you start moving your body, if you start moving your head while you're singing, the microphone's not going to capture these big drastic volume changes. It's going to stay pretty even. Okay? So the next thing you want to consider is getting a pop filter, of course. The pop filter is going to minimize any plosives, so your P's and your B's, and it's especially going to get some of those S's, so they're not going to sound really excessive in your microphone, and they're not going to overload your microphone. Another thing you can do to minimize plosives and any kind of air blasts that come out of your mouth is you could hang the microphone upside down like this. That way the microphone is above your mouth and it's angled down. So it's angled at the source, which is your vocal, but it's above your mouth, so any air blasts that come out go under the microphone. And that's going to also minimize, again, those plosives, those S's, those P's, and those B's. Okay? Step 2 to recording better vocals is gain staging. Now, gain staging is simply the level that you're recording into your computer or into your DAW at. Now, you want to record at lower volumes. You don't want to record too high because you want enough headroom so when you sing those louder passages in your song that you're not clipping your interface or you're clipping your microphone. Because once it clips, you really can't come back from that. So record at lower volumes. I recommend recording at about negative 12 dB. So sing a little bit, do a couple test takes, go back and look at what level you're at and adjust your interface. Make sure you have enough headroom afterwards that you're not going to clip. Last but definitely not least, step 3 to recording good vocals is just get comfortable. If you're recording yourself or if you're recording an artist, you want them to be comfortable because you're going to get a better vocal take. So if you want to have things like tea or water available, it definitely helps soothe the throat and keep the artist more comfortable. Some of the bigger things here is you want to have a good mic. Okay, don't cheap out on the microphone because the artist can hear that. Right? When they put their headphones on, they're singing into the microphone, they can hear themselves. If the microphone sounds cheap, they're going to feel cheap, right? You want them to feel good and sound good when they put on their headphones. A good microphone can do a lot for making your artist feel comfortable. If they put on their headphones and they step up to the microphone and they sound amazing, they're going to have a better time. They're going to sing better and they're going to give a better performance. And going off of that same point, you want to have a good headphone mix set up. Whether it's you or your artist, go in, put on the headphones, listen to how the track sounds in relation to the vocal. You don't want the vocals to be too loud in the headphones. I know that's something we all like when we put on our headphones. We like our vocals to be way out front, but that can lead to a lot of problems down the road. Singing with loud vocals in your headphones can give you a lot of intonation problems, and if you don't have the greatest headphones, you're going to get a lot of bleed into the microphone. So make sure you have a good headphone mix. It's going to make the artist more comfortable, and it's going to make your job easier down the road if you're going to be mixing these vocals. That's it for this time, guys. That's 3 tips to help you guys record better vocals next time. 1 is mic placement, 2, gain staging, and 3 is just get comfortable. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Comment down below what you're struggling with, and we'll try and make some videos to help you guys out. We'll see you next time.